Hello everyone, I am Guide Soumya from Carmel Convent School and I will tell you about first aid. The topics we will be covering today are contents of first aid, how to deal with cuts and scratches, dealing with burns and scars, sprains, stings and bites, roller bandage, triangular bandage for the head, hand, knee, foot, ankle and fracture of the arm, improvising a stretcher. The contents of first aid are bar of soap, 2-inch roller bandage, 1-inch roller bandage, 1-inch adhesive, 3 by 3-inch sterile pads, triangular bandage, assorted gauze pads, adhesive strips, oral thermometer, scissors, tweezers, sunburn lotion, lip salve, poison ivy lotion, small flashlight, absorbent cotton, iodine tablets, safety pins, needles, paper cups, foot powder, instant ice pack, insect repellent, insect sting swabs, matches, oil of cloves, hot water bottle, alcohol wipes, acetaminophen and ibuprofen, gloves, antibiotic cream, antiseptic lotion, first aid instruction booklet, and a list of emergency phone numbers. How to deal with cuts and scratches. The things required are water, soap, antibiotic cream, adhesive bandage, and antiseptic. Step 1. Know when to seek medical attention. If the injury involves any of the following, contact a doctor. If the cut is deep, the cut is long. Long cuts are approximately 1 inch when on hands or foot and 2 inch when elsewhere on body. The cut is jagged. The injury involved a pet, especially a cat. If the injury involved a wild animal, the wound has debris stuck in it even after cleansing. The wound doesn't stop bleeding even after applying direct pressure for 10 minutes. The injury is a puncture wound. The injured person is overdue for a tetanus booster. Step 2. First aid for minor cuts and scratches. If a cut or scratch is minor and has very slight bleeding, the best step is to clean the wound. Rinse the cut, scratch, or scrape under running cool to lukewarm water. Use only mild soap gently applied with a soft clean cloth when cleaning the injury. Be sure to remove all soap from the wound by rinsing thoroughly. Do not use strong soaps, cleansers, or detergents as they can cause additional irritation to the injured area. Step 3. First aid when the wound is bleeding heavily. If a cut is minor and bleeding heavily, apply direct pressure to aid the blood in clotting. Use gauze or a clean, soft cloth and apply firm but gentle pressure for several minutes. If the blood begins to soak through the material, do not remove the cloth. Simply place another piece of cloth on top and continue to apply pressure. Cuts on head, face, and mouth usually bleed more heavily due to large number of blood vessels. Keep applying pressure until the bleeding stops. Once the bleeding is under control, gently remove the cloth and begin cleansing the wound. Bleeding may start again during the cleansing process. Use another clean cloth to apply pressure again when you are done cleaning the wound. Step 4. First aid when debris is involved. If the wound has debris such as gravel, sand, or wood chips embedded in it, increase the strength of the stream of cleansing water to dislodge as much debris as possible. Use a set of tweezers which have been thoroughly cleaned with rubbing alcohol to remove any debris. Do not dig for any deeply embedded items. Do not use brushes or rough washcloths as doing so will cause more damage to skin and increase risk of infection. First aid with an antiseptic. If the wound occurred in a very dirty place or while handling items such as raw meat, a little hydrogen peroxide during the initial cleaning may be warranted. Hydrogen peroxide or antiseptics are not needed for all wounds. Cleaning the wound with hydrogen peroxide causes additional irritation and can potentially kill off healthy cells needed for healing. Step 6. First aid using adhesive bandages. If the injury is on an area that will easily get dirty or will be irritated by clothing, apply an adhesive bandage or a medical tape. Bandages hold in moisture which aids in healing. Always use antibiotic cream when using a bandage. Change the bandage daily or if it becomes wet or dirty. Step 7. Signs of infection. If you see any signs of infection or if the wound looks odd to you, contact the doctor. Signs of infection include pain in wound or in surrounding area, redness and warmth around it, swelling in the area, pus draining from injury, red streaks from around the injury, or fever. How to deal with burns and scars. Immediately get the person away from the heat source to stop the burning. Cool the burn with cool or lukewarm running water for 20 minutes. Remove any clothing or jewelry that's near the burnt area of skin, but do not move anything that's stuck to the skin. Make sure that the person keeps warm by using a blanket, but take care not to rub it against the burnt area. Cover the burn by placing a layer of cling film over it. Use painkillers such as paracetamol or ibuprofen to treat any pain if required. If the face or eyes are burnt, sit up as much as possible rather than lying down. This helps reduce swelling. When to get medical attention. If it is a chemical or electrical burn, if the burn is large or deep, if the burn causes white or charred skin, if the burn causes blisters. How to deal with sprains. Rest. Avoid activities that cause pain, swelling, or discomfort. Ice. Put an ice pack for 15 to 20 minutes on the area. Repeat this for a few days. Compression. To stop the swelling, compress the area with an elastic bandage until the swelling stops. Don't wrap it too tightly or the person may hinder circulation. Elevation. Elevate the injured area above the level of heart, especially at night, which allows gravity to help reduce swelling. How to deal with stings and bites. Move to a safe area to avoid more bites or stings. If needed, remove the stinger. Wash the area with soap and water. Apply a cool compress. Use a cloth dampened with cold water. This helps reduce pain and swelling. Apply calamine lotion or a baking soda paste to the bite. Contact a doctor if the injured person experiences difficulty in breathing, swelling in lips or eyelids, dizziness, faintness, rapid heartbeat, nausea, or vomiting. Immediately contact the doctor if it is a scorpion sting. Roller bandage. Roller bandages are long strips of material which are rolled up for easy use. They come in different widths and material. Gauze and cotton roller bandages are non conforming, which means that they do not stretch and will not mold around the area to which they are applied. It is better to use conforming roller bandages as they are designed to stretch. This allows them to mold the shape of parts to which they are applied. How to apply a roller bandage. Hold the bandage so that the head or rolled part is on top and tail is pointing inward. Pass the rolled part from hand to hand, allowing it to unroll as you go. Make sure that each turn overlaps the last by 2/3 of its width. Fasten the end with tape or tuck the end in and check that the bandage is not too tight. Triangular bandage. Triangular bandages are large triangular pieces of material with two sides about 1 meter long and the third about 1.4 meters. Triangular bandage for the head. Use a triangular bandage as a hood cloth with a narrow hem folded along the base. Place the center of the base in the middle of the forehead, close to the eyebrows. Bring the point over the top of the head to cover the dressing and down the back of the head. Cross over the point and around the head to the front. Tie the ends together using a reef knot low on the forehead. Steady the head with one hand and gently pull the point up toward the top of the head and secure it carefully with a safety pin or tuck it under the back crisscross. Triangular bandage for knee or elbow. Use a triangular bandage as a whole cloth with a narrow hem folded along the base. Place the center of the base on the leg below the kneecap with the point toward the top of the leg. Bring the ends around the joint, crossing over the point in front of the elbow or at the back of the knee. Bring the ends up and tie off over the point. Pull the point up to put the right amount of pressure on the dressing and then fold it down and secure it with a safety pin or tuck it under the knot. Foot or hand bandage. Use a triangular bandage as a whole cloth Place it on a flat surface with the point away from the casualty. Place the foot or hand on the triangular bandage with the toes or fingers toward the point, leaving enough bandage at the ankle or wrist to fully cover the part. Bring the point up and over the foot or hand to rest on the lower leg or wrist. Bring the ends alongside the foot or hand and crisscross the folded ends up and around the ankle or wrist. Cross over the point and wrap any extra bandage before tying it off. Tie off over the point. If the point extends beyond the knot, pull it up to apply the desired pressure. Fold it downward and tuck under the knot. Improvising a stretcher. Things required: white blanket or a tarp, two wooden poles, and duct tape. Steps: spread the blanket on an even surface. Measure the length of the blanket and the poles. The blanket should be 1 to 2 inches shorter than the poles. Check the width of the stretcher. Check if the injured person will fit in it. Fold the blanket or tarp over the poles. Secure the stretcher with the duct tape. Thank you.